Hi, this is Mark Black, speaker, author, and founder of Your Best Year Yet, answering your most frequently asked questions about how to handle losing your job. And one of the questions I get from people all the time when they lose their job is, I don't have a lot of experience. I'm young. I'm fairly new into the job market. I just got lucky to get this job. My parents knew somebody, a friend of a friend knew somebody, and I lucked into this job. How am I ever going to replace it with something else? And I have good news and bad news for you if that's your situation. The bad news is you're right. If you don't have a lot of experience, that is a disadvantage. And so you'll have to figure out how you can downplay that disadvantage as best as you can. But the most effective way to do that is actually not to worry about the disadvantage and the weaknesses in your resume, but in fact to exploit your strength. And you have a strength that many other people don't have, and they can't get it even if they want it. And that is you have youth on your side. And so you have humongous potential because you represent huge potential ROI to an employee. What do I mean by ROI? Return on investment. The return on investment for an employer on an employee is what will that employee be able to contribute to the company long term? Because every time an employer, big or small, hires personnel, hires a staff member, they are investing in that person. It takes time and energy just to interview people, select a pool from the resumes they have, narrow that down, select somebody, train them, and get them ready to contribute to the company. That process can take a couple of weeks to even a couple of months. And in either case, the company is investing time in that person in the hopes that that person is then going to pay off for them. That investment will pay off because that person will start returning value to the company. And so your unique selling proposition, if you like, is that you can potentially contribute to the company for much longer than an older person can. Think about it. If you are 25 years old and the company hires you today and trains you well and creates loyalty and you work for that company for the next 25 years, what kind of ROI are they getting on you compared to someone that they hire who works for 3 years or 6 months? It's huge. And so you need to do your best to sell that potential return on investment to your employer. You want to convince them that you are loyal. You want to convince them that you're very interested in growing within the company. You want to convince them that you're open to learning and that your ultimate objective is to make the company better. The better sales job you can do at convincing the employer of those things, the more likely you are to get a job. But don't let yourself think that because you don't have a lot of experience, you're not a great candidate for a job, because that's just not the case. Most employers who can look more than a few months ahead realize that hiring a young, enthusiastic person who's willing to learn is a great investment in their company. I hope that tip is helpful for you. For this and more tips on how you can handle losing your job, stay tuned to this YouTube channel. And if you're ready to take it to the next level and create the best year you have ever had, no matter where you are right now, go to yourbestyearyet.ca.